Hello and welcome to Always Wright, the podcast with me, your host, Charlie Wright. Today, on a very special episode, I'm here with Jarrod and Sruti.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Oh, and I should probably mention, it's my birthday. Hence
Happy
the hat.
birthday, Charlie.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
I'm so
Oh.
old.
Tell the podcast how old you are.
Do I want to? I'm 23. How boring.
Not the best age, hey.
No, you know what I realized though is that I am the oldest of us four,
Oh,
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
which is so weird.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest, aren't
Yeah,
I?
you're the youngest. By the way, listeners, we have another guest who will be joining us in a minute. We hope.
She's a special guest.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on
No, don't say that. But yeah, I'm the oldest, which is interesting because I feel like I'm very juvenile sometimes.
I thought you were going to say like less mature. I was going to be like, definitely not.
Actually, you know what's funny is that I always think of myself as really immature, but I actually think I am pretty mature.
There you are. Pass your wisdom down to us. What have you learnt in your 23 years?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, when you've lived overseas, like I have,
Cultured.
you just learn so much stuff. You just learn about culture and things.
Shut up.
Yeah, you're definitely the most mature here.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm 18. Like I still feel like I'm 18. Steph feels like she's 30. And
Oh,
you're
God.
probably,
Really?
yeah, and you're probably in between, I would say.
What about
Yeah,
Sruti?
right.
I'm like a nice, I think I'm still, I'm 21. I'm chill. I'm in the middle.
Sure. But I was going to say you are very mature too.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm 40 then. Is that what you're trying to say?
No! No, that's not what I was going to say. But I wanted to know if any of you have any like specific good or bad memories of your own birthdays.
I've got a few stories that are quite decent. So Steph
Oh,
and
wait.
I.
Maybe, are you going to tell that story we're talking about? Maybe you should wait for Steph to get here.
No, I was going to tell another one.
Oh, okay. Yes, go.
So well, Steph and I's birthdays are 2 days apart. So I'm not going to say when, but yeah, we're 2 days apart. So it was my 20th birthday. My mate Alan, who is also a friend of the podcast that you guys know, he hired a house for all of us in Sorrento just to celebrate like my birthday, and it was around schoolies time, so I've sort of given it away there. But you obviously can't book houses like just like a lot of people don't take like schoolies like groups and stuff. So he just said it was for his like parents' like wedding anniversary or something.
Wow.
Obviously, there was like 12 of us there, and it was fine up until the Saturday night when we realised that the owner of the house lived next door. So it got to like
My God.
2 a.m. on the Saturday night of the whole trip, just come across my birthday, which was on the Saturday. And it was literally like a horror movie. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like me and Steph are like walking through and we just see this door handle like moving, like literally like a horror movie.
No.
Like exactly like you would see in a movie. So I just run. I run. I just came out of the pool, so I was in like a towel. I run. I leave Steph there just by herself, and the owner and absolutely lost his shit. So it was quite funny. There was another one of my friends was we're all drunk. One of my other friends like being an idiot, and Alan just like starts punching on with people. It was honestly,
What?
yeah, honestly, because Alan booked the house, so it was under his name and everything. So yeah, he wasn't happy. Those two people that punched on are still friends today, very close as well. So
That's a typical male thing, just, punching on and getting over it.
yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's
I
a cool
assume,
story.
Shruti, you do not have a story like that.
Wait, but speaking of renting like a house for your birthday, all of you were there for my birthday, for my 20th birthday.
I was about to bring that up and then I was like, that wasn't for anyone's birthday. It was just like, but yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I turned 20. It was like exactly the same as Jarrod. Yeah, I turned 20 on that trip. And it was like a nice little wholesome little getaway that the uni crew did, which was really nice. I get home and then I get contacted by the owner of the house.
I'm already laughing.
She said apparently that we trashed the place, that we like there was piss on the floor in the
Oh,
bathroom.
Stephanie's here. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to let her in. She's not going to know that we're recording.
Love really quick.
Stephanie, we're recording. This is already like going. So,
Oh, good. Hey.
hi.
God.
I'm late.
That's okay. That's okay. Sruti was in the middle of a story, so Sruti, continue.
Okay, yeah. Steph, I was telling the story about me at my 20th at that beach house that we went to in Rye, and how when I came home, the owner like kind of like approached my mum and was like, oh, like, you know, they kind of trashed the place, they like left it really badly, and like, you know, there was piss on the floor and this was wrong and that was wrong and everything was wrong with it. And I was like, no, we cleaned the place, like nothing was wrong with the house. And then they threatened like VCAT action and all that stuff, and we were just like, go away. And like mum like blocked them. We were like, we're not going to talk to you because we didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. And we're not friends anymore.
Not friends anymore. Nice.
That's sad, but also like, you know, what do they expect?
Well, see, my theory is that we left the door unlocked. And
why? Did we?
Yeah, we did, because I didn't have a key. They just said the door was open. So my theory is that someone else went in and used the place. And see, the husband and the wife who owned the house, like their stories didn't match up. They were like, oh, like I was already on my way. Like when you guys were leaving, I was on my way to the house. And the husband was like, we went the next day. So they were like telling the wrong story to us. And we were like, you're lying. Like someone's obviously gone into your home and like wrecked it and you're just blaming it on me.
Wow, the drama. But
I remember that now. That was intense.
Yes, but anyway, now Stephanie's here. We should clarify that Stephanie and Jarrod are in a relationship.
That is correct.
Because Jarrod's never been on my show. Obviously, you other two have, but I just want people to know that they're dating.
Why are you doing like this? Like,
I don't know.
It's only been 4 years. Yeah, it's only been 4 years. It's not out in the media yet. So please, guys, don't.
Yeah.
It's like a Jelena relationship. We're trying to keep it under.
Oh, you always have to bring it back to Selena Gomez, don't you? But I was going to say, Jarrod, did you listen to the podcast I did with Steph?
I did, and I laughed the whole time.
Yeah.
But because we were talking about you, and when I asked Steph, like, what was it like being at uni, like, in the same course as someone that you're dating? I was like, I wonder if Jarrod's going to be like, why is he asking that?
No, I was actually surprised that she answered very well. Well, you both spoke very well about me, so I appreciate it.
Of course.
Listen and hear Steph, you know, have a rant about me on the podcast. It should have been funny.
Yeah.
Do it now, Steph. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. Save my face.
Go.
I don't know what you want me to ask. So you're gonna ask me the question. Stimulate me.
Air Jarrod's dirty laundry. We want to know it all.
Reveal a secret.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Be careful.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going. I would go.
Steph, you're going to have to speak up because you're very quiet.
Really?
Yes. Get closer to the mic.
I say like that. Is that better?
Yeah, sure.
Face into the camera, but get closer.
Yeah, you're like this.
I can't help it. I put my AirPods in today. I thought.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because we had
it was like
technical
a bit
issues.
glitchy, like not glitchy, but like it didn't sound as good, which I'm disgusted in Apple for that. But
Oh, well, no, don't worry about it. But Steph, I was asking everyone if you have any like specific good or bad memories of your own birthdays, like any funny stories.
Jarrod, you know what I'm going to say?
Oh, yeah. Now Steph's here. You can tell the story.
Yeah, tell that story.
Go, Jarrod, go.
Wait, which one?
Take
The one-
the floor.
With the fence?
Yeah, it was vomit.
It wasn't. Anyway, so
That's not, I don't care what you say.
so I'd met Steph's parents like, I don't know, like 3 times maybe, but probably not even. And it was my 19th. So we'd met like 2 months before that. And as I said before, our birthdays are very close. So we went out for it. And I just remember like we were on the way home and I was just feeling sick the whole time. And I'm like, we got to Steph's house to drop her off. And I'm like, okay, I need to get out here. And I didn't have my bearings. I'd only been to her house like maybe like 4 times. But I did hear that they had a new fence at the front. of the house. And I'm like, well, I better not use that fence. So I went to the next fence, which actually happened to be her one, because I got my bearings mixed up, and I salivated everywhere. I was dry reaching. Nothing actually came out. And Steph decided to tell her parents like 3 months ago, which was fun.
I just thought it was funny. Like, I don't want to bring this up now. Like, no one can get mad 4 years after it happened.
My favorite part of this story is that I like that in your mind you were like, well, obviously I have to throw up on a fence, but it can't be this
It
fence.
can't be that fence. It had to be the new fence.
What?
But even in his drug state, he knew that she had a new fence, so he was trying to dodge it. He was trying to do the right thing.
It was either on the fence or on my best mate's fiance's car. So probably the fence.
Yeah, well, priorities.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
I'm trying to think of my own like birthdays.
I have a weird question about birthdays that popped into my mind before.
Oh, please ask.
So, and this happened to me as like a traumatized 8-year-old kid. So someone came to my eighth birthday, I think it was, and they gave me a card. They gave me a card and called me the wrong name. And then I opened the card and it said like, "Dear Tony."
What?
Did that ever happen to anybody? Like someone's rocked up to a party.
Just like on Facebook though, like some people spell my name wrong, but it's never like a completely different name.
I think that's
someone
mistaken identity.
Yeah, so someone came to my party and like gave me a present for the wrong person.
Wow. No, that has never happened to me, but that's...
Was it like a gift for an 8-year-old? So maybe there was like 2 8-year-old parties and they just got them mixed?
No, like I knew the kid. Like, and I still...
Oh, you knew Tony?
No, I knew Tony and I knew the kid that gave it to me.
So were you like, "Here, Tony, this is for you"?
No, I'm like...
Wait,
I don't even, actually...
Did he think that you were Tony? But you said that you knew both of them.
I think I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It's funny because I still speak to this Tony today. Actually, he used to go to uni with us, so you might have met him once or twice.
Okay. Steph, were you trying to speak to me?
Yeah, I was. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I came in stress. I was like, I didn't say it. I came in. Like,
that is why we're here to celebrate my birth.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Speaking of my birth, I feel like I've told you all of you the story about my birth, haven't I?
It doesn't ring a bell.
You told me your birth story.
I surely have.
Maybe you have.
Remind us.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, October 1997. My parents lived in Echuca, and so my mum went into, like, her water broke and she went into labor, like, naturally, right? And they had planned to have me naturally, like, no cesarean. And, like, so they went to the hospital and my mum was, like, in labor for 30-something hours. And basically...
No, thanks.
I'm trying to... I know, even that alone, I'm like, God. I'm trying to describe this without being too graphic. But... my mum started to give birth, but I got stuck. My head got stuck.
See, this is like, it seems legit because your head is huge.
Excuse me? How dare you call me out on my birthday? I do have an enormous head.
Look at Steph and I's heads. Steph's got an even smaller head than me.
She does. Steph, your head's tiny.
But like, compared to us, you got a big head.
Okay, as I was saying, I got stuck and they pushed me back in and then had to do an emergency cesarean to get me out.
They just pushed you back in, just like...
They pushed me back in.
Didn't that happen to Kendall Jenner's kid or something?
Kendall Jenner doesn't have a kid.
One of them.
I taught you this.
Kylie?
Stormy.
This happened to one of them where they, like, she physically pulled it out of herself.
Oh, yeah, Courtney. Yeah.
Same thing.
That's not what happened to me.
Oh, well. Oh, no, I'm just asking. Like, it's just on the...
No, to Charlie, they were like, not today.
They said, no, sorry, you got to go back. But then I was also born jaundice. Do you know what jaundice is?
Nope.
We have yellow skin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that like a bit anemic?
It is like, it's something to do with like a blood problem, but it's really bad for babies if you're born jaundice. And then I think I had to be like in the whatever it's
Incubator.
called, yeah, the NICU or whatever, for like a few weeks to get rid of it.
Your skin's looking all right now.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
happy days.
It's cured. Wow.
I know, right? Thank God. But yeah, birthdays are weird. Do you all like your birthday? I feel like as I've gotten older, like it's just a non-event. Like I don't care.
I love my birthday, but I
love
hate
my
Christmas.
I also hate Christmas.
See, no, but see, Steph and Jarrod, they're right near Christmas, and I'm right near Valentine's Day, and you're right near Halloween, actually.
That is true.
But like they're in the same week of Christmas, and I'm in the same week of Valentine's Day, so it's kind of annoying. It's like doubled up.
That's the only annoying thing, because like then when someone gets you a birthday present, they're like, "Oh, this is your birthday and Christmas present." Sometimes, like my family.
I hate that. You deserve to.
I want to like do the two.
Right.
So, that's the only thing that used to. I'm sure you got that too, Jazz.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, like I had that.
I don't think guys care as much. I feel like girls
They
love
don't.
birthdays way
I
more.
want my-
I love my birthday.
Oh, I love my birthday too, but this year it's going to be average.
Yeah, but Jarrod, do you like your birthday because it's an excuse to just like drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, like, I just feel like it's like, it kind of makes me not depressed, but it kind of just reminds me, oh, another year has passed and I have done nothing with my life, which is not true. Like, I have done things, but I still, it's how I feel on New Year's Eve. I get really sad.
Yeah. New Year's Eve is like a whole other ballpark. So I've literally like sworn off making any resolution on New Year's Eve because who gives a shit? Make it any day of the week.
I totally agree.
I know.
Steph, I think you're muted. I can just see your lips moving and nothing's happening.
No, I think what happens is that when two people are speaking at the same time, I think only one
comes through.
Yeah, one comes through.
Well, I am at the end of my house where the Wi-Fi is not.
Well, you're not glitching out yet, so.
If I'm not glitching, I'm doing good. So.
My God. But what did everyone do for like their 18th birthday? Anything interesting?
Mine was boring. A lot of my friends were not 18 yet, so we just sort of had a dinner at a restaurant, and then it was a Sunday night as well, actually, and our ATARs came out the next morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went out to we tried to go out. A few of my mates tried to pick up like fake IDs and stuff. We just went to Crown, and actually they got in, so that was okay. But that's all we did. And then woke up to my ATAR at like 7 a.m. and looked at it and just went back to sleep.
I love that.
There's a difference between me and Jarrod.
Why? What did you do?
Mine was we went there for dinner. Vapiano.
I love Vapianos.
Yeah, that's when it just opened and it was like really big, like, trendy. So I went there with like my best friends from high school. Had probably about 12 like to 14 people. It was nice.
That's a lot of people.
It was a lot for but it was an 18th, so I was like, this is cute. And I wanted something. I wanted more of a dinner, so I did that.
Yeah, right.
Mine was a dinner. I wasn't too crazy. We went to the casino. That's it.
Right.
Which I would never go to. Actually, that's Sruti's favorite place. Maybe we can tell that.
Oh. We can get into that, but Sruti, I want to hear about your 18th birthday, and then we can get into that.
My 18th was I did like a double because there was this other guy at work and we had the same birthday and we both turned 18.
Oh.
So we did like a dinner that we like had all of our mates come, and it was like all of our friends. It was like so many people, and then we went to Rats.
Oh.
Love that.
We went bar hopping and then we ended up at Rats, and then I was like, I'm so tired, so I like went home. I'm such a grandma. I've always been a grandma.
You always have been. Speaking of being a grandma, there was.
What does that mean?
I was going to talk about Crown, the situation.
Oh.
Can someone else tell it? Sruti, you tell it.
You tell it.
This needs some backstory. Okay, so this was the JMac Arts Ball 2017.
Mm-hmm.
We all went, and it was a lovely night. The day of the ball, I got really sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like coughing, I had a cold, like I was really sick that day. So I was hopped up on pills, and I got to the venue.
I think we should clarify.
Panadol.
Yeah.
I got to the venue and I felt really like fine. So I think I had like 7 or 8 drinks without water.
Yeah, you had a few in a row. You were knocking them down.
Yeah. open bar, you know. And I was feeling fine. But then I also was drinking water like towards the end of the night, so I felt like I was sobering up. We all hopped in a taxi. We went to Crown. As the boys were playing like blackjack or whatever, I don't know what
Roulette, I think.
You know what you're playing on.
Roulette.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was looking at Jacob and I was like, Jacob looks like there's two of Jacob. And I was just like staring at him and I was like,
God.
and I just fell to the ground.
I recall vividly.
Someone else want to recount this rest of the story?
What I remember is you like, I remember you like leaning on the table and then you kind of like squatting, and I was like, oh, I think she like feels sick. And then I remember that you were like going limp. And then I feel like Jacob and like all of us were like trying to get you to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was Amy and Steph.
And then I
Yeah.
went to the bathroom and I was just bringing you like all this water and like trying to.
Yeah, because I didn't feel sick.
No,
I
you
didn't
weren't.
feel like I was going to throw up. I didn't feel like I was drunk. I
No.
didn't feel any of that.
You
And
were
then,
actually
do you remember
sick
the lady that came up to us?
Is the
in
security?
the bathroom or the security?
No, there was like a doctor that came up to us and they were like, she's
Oh,
just
yeah, she's-
dehydrated.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, keep giving her water. So then I went wild with the water and I'm coming like, I was like, I don't know where I even got it from.
I just
so
remember
then-
some security guard trying to kick us out, and I just lost my shit.
Oh,
Yeah, Jarrod, tell that part.
Yeah, I don't remember it. All I remember
I
is
do.
the security guard coming and me just losing my shit.
Yeah,
That's it.
because
Yeah.
did the security go into the bathroom and tell you, hey, you have to leave? Or was it after you came
After.
out?
I was sitting on a chair.
Yeah, I remember you came out and then I remember security was like, nah, like she has to go. And then we were all just like, but she's like not even drunk. And then Jarrod was getting real annoyed. He was like, she's not even drunk. Like, what the hell? Like,
But
just-
Jarrod's drunk while he's saying this, so he's
Yeah.
like,
And I was just like, I remember grabbing Jarrod's arm and I was like, stop. You're not going to win. Like, you don't win against the casino. They always win.
That's true.
you always have to drag Jarrod away in those situations. Like,
Oh, but I understand it's so hard when you feel like there's an injustice like that. You get an.
But do you remember that I left? I was like, that's fine. I'll just leave. I'll go sit outside. They can stay in here. And they were like, no, you all have to leave.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
To be honest, I
I
don't
can
think we really
understand.
cared. I don't think we cared about staying.
No,
Before
we
this-
didn't.
It was the principal.
yeah.
Always the principal. But about the arts ball, that was like our thing.
That was.
We went every year that we were in uni. So for everyone who doesn't know, obviously we all went to uni together.
Yeah. We are the squad.
Yes. But do you have any funny arts ball memories?
Yes. Oh my God. I was looking at my camera the other day and I have a video
love
of
that.
Jarrod grinding up on a male because he thought it was a girl.
I remember that. I
That's
remember
offensive.
that.
He was with me at that time.
Yeah,
I
wait,
don't
wasn't
remember
that was that the
That was
most
the same-
recent one?
No, that was the same year. It was the same Crown year.
Oh, the second one.
I only
Yeah,
went to the first two.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's right. Wait, but
I came by myself for the.
yes, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
You
No.
with Debbie.
I came with Deb. Yeah. Shout out to Debbie Petros.
What a legend.
Yeah, I actually have the video. Would you like to see it?
Please. Doesn't this person have dreadlocks or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so skinny. What happened to me?
Oh my god, same. I look at old photos of myself, I'm like, wow, I've gained so much weight.
I actually look at the
No.
photos from that exact night all the time, and I'm like, wow, can I look like that again, please? Like any chance?
Yeah. Like Jacob's DP of me and him. We don't look like that. It's like he's like the skinny face. Like no.
Yeah, I'm a slob.
Oh my god.
Jarrod.
That was the first one, right, or the second one?
2017 was the second one.
And that was the second one,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there was one that they had all the like Kim K, Justin Bieber, like
That was the first one.
that was the first one.
That
The
was
Yeah.
first one was the one without the DJ. Like the guy was just playing
Oh,
like
that's right.
tracks.
Yeah, and it was
yeah, the music.
bad
was
music.
It was
Mm.
bad.
Yeah.
I
And then
remember
the next year was good. I remember the year after was good.
And
What
I
was
remember the
one-
the last one was amazing.
The
That's because I
one
feel
where
like
me
it was
and Sruti wore pink was a really good
That
one.
was the 2017
that
one.
was the
yeah,
second
that
one.
one. That was a good one. That's how I remember.
Did you not like the third one?
I
No, the third one was. Oh, Jarrod wasn't there. I mean, I loved being with all you guys, but Jarrod wasn't there.
I think because it was
That's
like
nice.
my last year of uni, I was
Yeah.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Nah, that
Why
was
didn't I come? Steph, why didn't I
What's
come?
going on?
You were with the boys.
Oh no, I had my soccer presentation,
Yeah.
and I was a coach, so I had to go.
Oh,
Anyway.
Yeah, it
Fair.
was actually a genuine reason.
Wait, but where was the
Oh,
one where
actually.
we got kicked out?
Kicked out.
Where like we were the last people to leave. Do you remember?
Yeah, that was 2017. Me and Sruti were both in the pink dresses.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember, and then we got in the elevator, and I took photos in the elevator. Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, it was that one.
What was the year that Nick joined us? Was that 2016?
he was at the first one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the lift, there's like a photo of us, but Nick's in that photo, so that must be the first one.
That was the
I
first
wore
one.
the grey dress. That's how I remember it. Grey, pink, and then
So,
It would actually be
white,
next
white,
weekend.
blue.
yeah.
If it was on this year, it'd be next weekend, I think.
Oh yeah, true.
Because I didn't come to the last one that we were talking about because I remember that weekend I had the races during the day, and then my soccer presentation, and then a birthday. So, and that race that I went to is literally next Saturday. So there you go. Sad.
Well, obviously they're not having it this year
No.
anyway because of
No.
good old
Maybe we'll
COVID.
go.
Guys,
Maybe
I'm
we'll
going
go in
to
a few
Law
years.
Ball next year, and can you all come?
Oh, I'll be there.
We'll
How much are
relive-
the tickets?
I don't know, just come though. We'll relive our journalism life.
Of course.
So
Yeah,
good.
I'll come.
I'll be
We
there.
get the whole gang, like everyone from uni that we ever came into contact with. should come.
Very
The
small.
good
It'll
and
just
the
be a
bad.
media takeover.
Yeah, the good and the bad, especially the bad.
No, the bad cannot
Who are the
come.
bad?
No. We can't. You cannot name people. But wait, Sruti, was it our podcast with you? Oh, maybe it was with Steph where we were talking about.
Yeah.
It was Steph. Yeah.
Okay. But we didn't name.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're
Anyway.
Practically, yes. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, Shruti, I was thinking that we could tell the story of that thing that happened. In what was the subject? OJP with bananas.
What?
Oh wait, you.
So confused.
I just remembered that like SJ is the one who called that teacher bananas, and I thought everyone called her bananas, but it's not you. With the teacher that we
hated and got kicked out of uni. Yeah.
Yeah, so shall we tell that story?
I think you should tell it because I don't actually remember it. I just remember hating her with a real passion.
Wait, do you two know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I know the teacher you're talking about, but she loves Steph and I.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so it's like a little
Yeah.
divided podcast. Right now.
I see.
She gave us like 95% on that big assignment.
Shut
Steph,
up.
remember?
Well, you know what?
She
I got
did.
her fired. So,
Oh, well, that's perfect.
but basically, she was extremely unprofessional.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was her first, was it her first semester teaching?
It was, yeah. And she was so rude. Like, so
rude, so mean to people. And like, she would make people come with a news story every class. I think you probably remember.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh,
Shruti, you say.
yeah.
She made us come with a news story, and if she didn't like your news story, she would be like, "That's not good enough. Think of another one." And it's like, bitch, I'm not the news. Like, I gotta Google it first. It's just
She wasn't like that, Jarrod, with us. She always
Not really. But the more I think of it, I remember that Alan had a class with her too, and she literally would cancel like 10 minutes before the class.
and he used to rock up. I remember
And
that.
Alan would drive like an hour and a half to get to uni and
Oh,
Steve on
man.
the way, and
That
then
was
have to just
her
go straight
class.
home. So I remember that was like part of the reason why people were pissed off at her. But she was fine. to
Oh,
us.
I didn't know that actually.
I know everyone in our class wrote her a really bad review, which is why I got her.
Terrible. But also, Shruti, do you remember that we had to do like this media project where we had to get a bunch of like interviews and stuff, and we suggested a person, and I think I was with Jenna, maybe you weren't there, but we suggested this person, and this teacher was like, "Oh, I know her, she's like one of my mentors." And we were like, okay, so like that person, so she made it seem like she was going to definitely like allow us to interview her. So we were like, oh, so she's going to be this massive part of our project, whatever. And then I remember we emailed the teacher several times asking her if we could get this person's info or whatever, never replied. So then we just, like, we still did our project or whatever, but do you remember that she gave us a really bad mark?
I don't remember this, but I actually think I was part of your group.
You were. We interviewed people who worked at La Trobe, the Chancellor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was that subject?
Yes, yeah. But I remember that because that's the reason why I can't remember who I emailed. I emailed someone above. What was that?
My phone, sorry.
I emailed like some coordinator who was above this teacher, and I said, I want like this project reassessed or whatever.
Mhm.
Because I feel like she did not mark it fairly, and I feel like it was personal because we had like disagreements in person, and I said I think that she is being really like prejudiced because she doesn't like us. And then he said, yeah, we'll absolutely like look at it and remark it, and then he remarked it and we got a higher mark. And then I just remember speaking to everyone else in the class saying, she's so mean, like we have like complained about her and all this stuff. And then I don't remember how we learned that she no longer worked there, but yeah, they got rid of her.
I think it was the following semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
But did we do it at the same time, that subject?
Yeah, we were just in different classes.
Different classes. Okay, that's okay.
And we got stuck with the worst possible group in the history of groups.
Okay, don't name names, but I think Steph also talked about them.
Oh no, sorry.
I haven't. I haven't spoken.
I think
we
you
spoke
did.
about the other douchebag.
No, that was in the one that we.
Okay.
That was the one that we did together, Jack. Right, all of us did it.
Yeah. That's
yes. Okay. We know.
Okay.
We're not naming names.
I don't know. We're just saying we did that assignment.
I know, but I always think about like, I wish the four of us did more like projects together because we worked so well together.
I know. I wish we did that subject together. The one that we did.
Oh, same.
Like if
you guys did making media together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with SJ. I met SJ. There. And this other girl that I know from my school. We all did it together, which was okay. But yeah, I mean, it would have been cool if we're all together. I mean, SJ was great though. To be fair.
Yeah, she is good. She's good at it. She knows.
That's how we all met, making media.
Yes.
Bit of a trophy.
Does that make you sad? I remember that there were a lot of people in that class that we like tried to be friends with and they had no interest.
Do you know who I saw the other day?
Don't name them, but yes.
Why? But they don't know this.
Right, Charlie, rooster it.
What?
Yeah, just put a sound thing on it.
No, just describe them.
Okay, dreadlocks guy from making media.
Guy I was dancing with.
That's what I was thinking.
No, not him.
Does he start with C?
I think I know.
Starts with M.
Yes. Come on, Charlie. Figure it out. Come on.
Charlie, come on. You know.
What does it rhyme with? Oh, God. Okay, yes, I know who. Why didn't you say that other thing that he does? I would have immediately gotten it.
What does he do?
The TV show.
Oh, yeah. He's been on TV since.
I'm going to have to blur that out, but continue.
I have no idea who you're talking about. There was a guy in our year level.
You weren't in the class.
No, but he's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
Jarrod, I'll tell you later. I almost called you Jacob. No, I'll tell you later.
We'll tell you later. We'll tell you after.
I'll tell you after, Jade. It's fine.
Yeah, remember did we try to be friends with him or did he try to be friends with us?
It was mutual.
I feel like
we tried to be friends with that group. Remember?
Yes, I remember. And yeah, I feel like we should move away from talking negatively about people.
We're not. I wasn't saying anything negative.
Okay.
I was just saying that you asked, your question was, remember we tried to become friends with people, and I was just saying we tried to become friends with that group.
Yes, that's true. No, we did. I feel like, yeah, we were very friendly.
Yes, we're lovely people.
I totally agree. But speaking of that, I'm trying to think if the four of us have ever had like beef, an argument.
I hate these topics.
Why?
I mean, like Steph and I have had a few.
Oh, I can imagine.
I think that's the one between them two.
No, but I just love like the inner workings of friendships, relationships. I find it interesting. I was going to say that Sruti, I don't know if you remember this, but I can't remember what we were working on.
Oh my God, what? Did we have beef?
A little bit. I think it was the Kirsten Jackson thing. And I think that I remember, or maybe it was the movie Danger Ahead.
Okay, well, on that movie, I didn't have beef with you. I had beef with someone else.
Okay. Yes. Yep, we know. I know, I think it was the Kirsten Jackson thing because I remember on Danger Ahead, you and I were we were on the same page.
What happened on the Kirsten Jackson thing? We were all on that project.
I think you guys didn't agree on something.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I can't remember at all.
I can kind of remember like there was something that one of you told me. I don't know. I can't remember.
You guys carried me through that whole assignment, so I can't remember.
It wasn't me involved. I don't know. There was something that someone did.
No. I remember Shruti, like we were editing. I think I was editing something, and I think you like kept giving me like pointers and being like, oh, like I don't like that or this. And I think I turned to you and said, do you just want to do it? And you were just like, I think you said like, oh my God, what's with the attitude? And I was just like, oh, like, you know, like, why do you blah, blah, blah. Like I was talking with Kelsey about this, and I was saying how when you work in a group on media projects, like on videos, it's very difficult to get on the same page. Do you remember? You don't remember that?
I remember you snapping at me.
Oh.
And I remember asking you about the attitude.
Yeah, but then I think it was fine because
Yeah.
I think I said I'm in a bad mood or something like that.
Should we unpack this? Like, is this therapy? Like,
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else.
No, I don't actually remember that, and I don't remember anything else. Like, I think all of us when we worked on projects, we got along.
Oh yeah, we did. Of course. I feel like I've had arguments with. I think I had an argument with Jenna once. Love you, Jenna. I'm not talking shit. But like
Friend of the show, Jenna.
Yeah, friend of the show. She's an icon. I can't remember what subject it was. I think it was in the last semester of uni. I think it was the one with producing media. Have you all done that? Mm-hmm. Did you all do that subject?
I did it, but when I look back on it, they're all the same.
Yeah, they all
I find it really hard to differentiate.
Yeah, totally. But I remember we were doing we were interviewing teachers at La Trobe as part of our thing. And so like if you picked a specific teacher and you and one other person in that group, like that person would help you set up the camera, interview them or whatever. And I remember Jenna had this one person that she was meant to interview, and then for some reason she couldn't do it. But so like you were in charge of the editing, no matter what, of that specific person. And I remember Alicia and I went and we like filmed the guy, and I remember we were like looking at the footage afterwards, and I'm gonna say 90% of it was out of focus. And I think I said to Jenna, I was like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, but like the footage is really bad. And she said like, I hope you're not being serious. And I was like, yeah, sorry. But then when she looked at it, she was like, oh, it's not even that bad. Even though it was like so out of focus, like I can't even explain. But then she dealt with it because she's a professional. Anyway, what else were we going to talk about? Ghosts and demons.
Like mental demons? Let's talk about mental demons.
Oh, when you said demons, I thought you meant ghosts. I was like, okay.
No, me and Jarrod watched a ghost movie last night.
What did you watch?
Polaroid.
Not a fan.
It was all right. I was saying before the movie that I feel like there's a lot of horror movies that are just like the point of the movie was whoever got shot with the camera, like whoever the photo was of, they would die.
Just die.
I feel like a lot of horror movies are like they're just based around this one little thing that if you're that person, you die until they just like fight the killer or the mutant or whatever it is. I
Yes.
feel like a lot of horror movies are like that.
Very basic. I feel like they
Yeah,
all just copy each other. The same
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of horror movies, but I'm sort of getting into. We watched Friday the 13th, which is probably my favorite horror movie.
Wait, the new one or the
The-
old one?
The
Like
new.
2009 one.
Oh, such a good movie. I watch
Yeah.
that every Friday the 13th. It's
Oh,
great.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Every Friday the 13th?
Every Friday the 13th.
There's like 3 of them a year.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same with Halloween. I watch Halloween. Like, obviously, I have to watch the 2018 Halloween and the 1978 version every year.
Yep.
I'm just like too obsessed with horror movies.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
gonna
they are.
like sit quietly in this conversation because I hate them.
Steph loves them.
Yeah, I watch a fair bit of them. But you need to give me, you said you had that login for something that you accidentally bought.
Oh, yes. I accidentally paid for a whole year of this like horror movie service called Shudder. And I
Reminds
Like-
me of that too.
think I paid for it with like a travel card that I had from Spain, and it still had money on it. So I was like, I'm just going to use that so I don't have to like use my actual money. And so I paid for it. And then obviously, because it didn't come out of my account, I just forgot. And then I went to go look back at it, and it was like $100 and it was gone. I was like, oh, so then I go in. And I thought it was some type of malfunction that I had like signed up for a month or something. So I go in and I like cancel the membership, and I'm like, oh, hopefully I get a refund. And then it says, oh, your membership is canceled. But I went to go back in and it let me back in. And then I looked and it said, oh, it's per year. So now I have it for a whole year.
I love
Is it any good at least?
Kind of. Not the
Yeah.
best.
Does it have everything on it? Like if I wanted to watch, I don't know, like The Conjuring, would it have it?
I think so. I think The Conjuring's on Netflix though, isn't it?
Yeah, The Conjuring's, yeah, I'm pretty
Is
sure.
it? I don't know. I've probably watched it. But yeah.
I've
yeah.
seen The Conjuring actually.
Oh my God.
That's
wow.
scary. I find that scary. Do you find it
No.
scary?
Not scary at all.
That was
Which is the one where the lady eats the head?
That's The Taking of Deborah Logan.
Yeah. I want to
Wait, I feel like we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, I messaged you about it. I'm like, Charlie, what's the movie called where the woman eats the head?
It's
And you-
so good. I rewatched it the other day. Anyway, we were going to talk about mental demons. What do you mean by that, Jarrod? Be more specific.
I don't know. I'm just trying to open up a can of worms here. Like, let's all start crying. Let's get this podcast going viral.
Yep. Love
Like,
it.
I want
love
to see
it.
tears from all of us.
Okay.
Like
I'm
something.
just trying to
traumatic
cry
from
on
your
cue.
past. Yeah, I just want to like talk about traumatic things from our past.
Oh God.
Yeah. Spice this thing up.
I got a few.
Oh, I have. Oh my God. Wait, I have one. I love that I'm excited to talk about trauma. It's not really trauma, but I feel like I have never told this story on my podcast before. But basically, I witnessed, or I was in the same room as a burglar, a thief. So when I was younger, we would always like go on holiday to Queensland or whatever. And one time we were in, I think it was Coffs Harbour or something. And we were just like staying in this little cabin. And I woke up, I think I was like 8 or 9. I was young. I woke up like late at night to like eat a bowl of Cocoa Pops. I remember it so vividly. I don't know why. That's like, you know, when you sneak out when you're a kid, you're like, I'm going to get Cocoa Pops. And I was like,
Can relate.
yeah, of course. And so I went like behind the couch, and obviously because I was a kid, I was like small. So I was like sitting behind the couch eating the Cocoa Pops, and like on the couch was my dad who was asleep, but he had the TV on. And like, I guess I didn't really like, I didn't know that he was asleep. Like I thought he was awake. So I was being really quiet. And so I was just like, whatever. And then I hear the door open to like for outside. And then I hear the door like close. And I was like, oh, like, I don't really know who that is, but like, I didn't really think about it. And then I can see a person like walking across the room, and he walked, I mean, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but he walked like to the fridge, and on top of the fridge was where my mum and my dad like kept their phone and their wallet. And but like obviously I didn't know that's what he was doing in the moment. I just saw this.
Hello,
Yes.
how did he know that? How did he walk in and go straight to the fridge?
I don't know. I have
They
no.
probably scoped your house out before.
Yeah, I think because it was like a glass door, so you
Yeah,
could pretty
100%.
much see in and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like did that, and then he was not there for very long. I'm gonna say like 5 minutes or something, and like left, and like I heard the door open and close again, and then I went to sleep, and the next day, there's actually a whole article in I think Take 5 magazine about this holiday. It's called The Holiday from Hell because like so many things went wrong. Like our cabin flooded and like our car like stopped working or whatever.
Where
And
was this?
in Coffs Harbour.
Oh, right. So
Wait,
this
how did this
article
end up
was
on an
about
article?
What?
No, Jarrod, go.
I was going to say this whole article was about
Yes,
your
not just
trip.
not the robber thing, but like the whole trip was and like my sister Georgie was like walking barefoot and she cut her foot in a piece of glass and we had to go to the hospital. Like just so many things went wrong. But anyway, I woke up the next day and like I could just see my mum crying and I was like, oh, like why is she crying? What's happening? And then they explained what happened and they were like, oh, someone robbed us. Like our phone's gone, our wallet's gone. And I was like, I can't remember if I spoke to the police, but I remember the police came and they like, whatever. And I don't think I did speak to them because I feel like they were like, I don't know if they believed me. Like, I feel like they maybe thought I was making it up or they were just like, oh, he's just a kid, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I remember like my parents had to like borrow money from people because they had like no money on them, like all their cards and shit were gone. But yeah, not that that's traumatizing, but like I do have a fear of like home invasion.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is very crazy.
That's scary. That's a scary experience.
Any other trauma anyone wants to discuss?
Not to that extent.
I mean, I brought it up, but I don't really like childhood trauma or any like crazy events.
Has anyone been in a car accident?
I've been very close twice to the point where I've stopped my car and it was at the same exact place twice where I've stopped my car and just sat there for like 20 minutes contemplating my life.
Really?
Yeah,
what happened?
There's the same intersection, but I never go there to get to Steph's or to the freeway. It's the longest way.
Yeah.
So I always use that one now. I never go the normal way. It's just like this T section and I've had a green light and I've both times I was second in line and lucky I've left enough of a gap and a car has just come like 120k in between us, just gone through a red, like a millisecond later, and I'm 100% dead for both times.
Oh my God.
Like literally a millisecond. So that's sort of traumatic because I never use that at all costs. I will never use that as life.
Well, even when I took that, I think when we were coming back from KFC, we took that like route to go back, and you were quite like shook. You're like, why'd you go? I didn't even think. I just went that way, and you're like, oh, we don't go this way. Like it's a bad way. Remember when you did that?
We don't go this way.
Yeah, no.
Like, why are you going this way? Like,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that's.
Yes, that's sort of. But
I've never had that experience there, but.
The other car accident I had that was big was funny. I was actually telling somebody last night. My car got hit pretty badly, like an hour before an exam at uni.
Oh my God.
I just got there in time, and my boot wouldn't shut. Like my boot was just open throughout the whole exam, and I'm just like obviously shitting myself because like my whole car's fucked.
Yeah, of course.
Language. I'm not sure if we swear on this show.
No, yeah, you can. Just don't use the big C. Everything else is fine.
That's fine. But yeah, so I was like in this exam, not focusing at all. Actually, I remember SJ was making me feel better about it. It was in a class reserve, so shout out to SJ.
What journalism subject had an exam?
What's that?
What journalism?
I think it was because SJ did sports journo before she moved, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I think it was like sports marketing or something like that, or sports.
Or psychology? Didn't you do psych?
No, it wasn't that one. It was sports something. Anyway, so yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Not very traumatic.
Since
What?
my incident, it's a different vehicle.
What
I haven't
incident?
been on a bike since year 12.
Why?
Oh, what happened?
You guys know the story.
Tell it again. I don't know. I can't remember.
I did PE in year 12 and which was stupid. I don't know why I did that. I was riding a bike. It was like one of the classes. They were like, let's just ride a bike. So I was like, okay, cool. Hopped on a bike, and we were going down this like path. It was like, because I live on the Yarra, so it was like right on the Yarra. We were riding, and I could feel my helmet just like slowly like slipping off. So the path was like straight. So I was like, this is the best chance I've got because everything else was windy. So when it was straight, I was like, I'm going to tug this helmet back on and like try and like, you know, tighten it. So I did that. But as I tugged it too hard and I hit my elbow on the handlebar and I pivoted off the bike, fell onto my face, scarred my entire face, broke my teeth, and I blacked out completely.
That's crazy.
I woke up.
I did know that, but wow,
Yeah.
I'm shook.
I didn't know that.
I've got no scars on my face anymore, but you can like, if you come close to me, you can see like there's like
I think I knew about the teeth thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a little triangle on my teeth that like, it's fake. It's like the plastic like built in, they like stick it onto your teeth. Anyway, I blacked out and I was like fully concussed. I woke up. I was only out for like a minute. Like everyone was like around me and I woke up and I was like, why can I feel like wind in my mouth? Like it was so like airy. And I smiled and it was just like no teeth.
Oh my God. Did it hurt?
It's bad.
Yeah, like my whole face was like bunged up. Like I had this like photo of me, like I have like an eye like patch here and then there was like a patch there. Like it was all like, and I had like scars on my arm.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I haven't been on a bike since.
Fair enough.
And that night actually I had to like Skype some friends because I wasn't allowed to sleep because I was concussed.
Right.
It was bad.
Wow.
Not a good experience.
Wow, Steph, do you have any trauma or injuries?
The only one I can think of is when I got stung by a jellyfish, and Jarrod, you were there.
Oh my God, where was that?
Bad.
It was in Cairns. So that was in the stinger season we went, which was a mistake. But we were with my family and Jarrod was there too. That was the first time you came up with us. First and only time. We haven't been since. But
Did he pee on your leg?
Yeah, I was going to say, did you call it a friend?
Oh,
Oh my God, this is like legit.
That's nuts.
Nah, we did a Joey and Monica from Friends where they
Yeah, you did. You actually did.
No, what happened was I was in the water. Were you swimming with me, Jarrod? Or no? I'm actually
probably. I don't like sand, so I was probably in the water.
You don't like sand?
I hate sand too.
Yeah,
I agree. I hate it.
Anyways, I was in the water and I was swimming and like and my dad always makes me swim. He's like, swim, you practice swimming. Yeah, and then so I'm swimming and Jarrod's probably in there too swimming, and we'll have to swim anyway. So we're not even having relaxed. Like it's relaxing, but it's like kind of stressful because there's like big waves at that particular beach. And they do warn, even though they have nets, that there still can be little ones coming through or like the tentacles that can like seep through the nets because they still got holes in it. Yeah. Anyway, and so I'm swimming and like, nah, nothing's gonna happen. I've been there like nearly every year since I was like 10, so I'm like, nothing's happened. So I was swimming, all of a sudden I feel this thing slice my leg. First it felt hot, and then first it felt really cold, like what's that feeling? And then it was like searing hot pain, and then I was swimming out again, gets my neck, and it gets like my torso, I don't know what you call that, just underneath my
my God. Wow.
Yeah, so it was like really
Wait,
intense.
but so did you know what it was when you were in the water, or were you just like, what the fuck is that?
No, I thought it was like, first I think I turned to you, Jarrod, or my dad or something, and I said, did you touch me? Like, what are you doing? Are you like...
I think you did, actually.
That's so scary.
I think I turned to you, Jarrod, and then Jared's like, no, it's nothing. And then I'm like, Jarrod, no, something got like, I started like nearly having a panic attack, like Jarrod.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, you were there. You were in there because I turned to you and said, did you do something, touch me, like play a joke or something, or put seaweed on me? I thought maybe it was seaweed, I don't know. And then I got out and then it was like all these like hives around do you remember that, Jess? It was like a big mark, and then the lifeguard came, put vinegar on it, and then after that I was fine for like 10 minutes, like me and Jarrod just sitting on the sand, and then a huge tropical storm comes. Remember that? And we had to run home. It was like the worst day, and we had to run home, and during the then I started feeling sick, But then
And you're on the toilet for the whole day.
Anyway, Jarrod. Yes.
Wait, why does getting
Is that
stung by...
juice? Like,
It poisons you. She did say
Yeah.
it was going to hit me, but it hit me within like 10 minutes, and like
Oh my
it was
God.
just awful. Yeah. So
And I left that night, like 3 hours later. So like I didn't even get to say goodbye to me properly.
Yeah. 'cause
Jarrod,
I
you
was
cannot say that word.
All right, rooster me.
I will.
Wait, what did he say?
Nothing. Move on. Move on.
Sorry. But yeah.
So yeah,
that was fun.
that was traumatic.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun watching me go through that, was it? I was so embarrassed. Sruti, you'd understand. Like, if you bring your boyfriend on a trip,
yeah.
that was so embarrassing. I mean, we've been together for like a while, but still, I was like, this is ill.
Wait, what were you doing? Were you shitting? Were you vomiting? Like, what was happening? Which end was it coming out of?
The lower end. It wasn't. I don't throw up much. I'm very like.
Can't
Oh.
relate.
That's like a once a...
Oh, I have a secret about Sruti.
What?
Should I reveal
me.
it? About what happened to you the day after your 21st, Sruti. Oh no, not the day after. The night
What?
of your 21st.
You can tell them, it's fine.
I just vividly remember you telling me, "Oh my God, Charlie, you can't tell anyone." But like, she threw up. Like
during the birthday.
No.
yes,
no.
at the end, wasn't it?
No, it was at my party when you guys were trying to look for me. I was throwing
I
up.
remember. Yeah, I remember because I remember we were trying to find you, and then someone was like, "Oh, she's probably in the bathroom or something."
Yeah. I was in there for like 20 minutes by myself. And people kept coming in and they were like, happy birthday. And I was like, woohoo. And then just like kept throwing up.
Oh my God.
Rudy. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
The first time Steph and I got together, like she saw my best friend throw up over the Balti Bridge. So that's funny.
Oh.
That was a very good
Throw up
first
story.
impression.
Some
Yeah.
classy fun.
Yeah.
That was
So yeah.
fun.
Actually, speaking of Shruti's teeth again, it got me thinking. Does anyone have like? Sorry.
What a
Does-
random segue.
like, does anyone have reoccurring nightmares? Like a
That your
nightmare
teeth fall out?
Yes.
That's a very common nightmare for
Yeah,
people.
that
to
is a
have.
All the time. And
It's
I'm always
common
at the same
stress.
spot. I'm always at the same spot in my house, like pulling them out, like in that same dream.
Wait, do you actually like forcing them out, or like they're like
No,
wiggling?
like they're wiggling. I just like I remember in my dream putting my hand in there and like pulling them all out, and then this long like rod that's like attached to it, like, and they all just like come out. And my friends have the same, like not in the same spot in my house, obviously, but same thing.
Yeah, no, I've heard variations of this dream. It's really common.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
Wow.
reckon like twice a year.
I have ones where I'm like spitting them out.
Oh, that's gross.
It's horrible. But does anyone have? I have nightmares all the time.
I
Yep.
do.
Me too.
Oh, okay. I'm glad it's not just me. Wait, did
Yeah.
I tell you about my nightmare the other day?
No.
No.
Oh my God. I think because I consume too much like horror content, it really like manifests when I go to sleep.
Same.
More like
Basically-
my life is a nightmare, so it's just like
Yeah. Literally. But basically I was at, oh, none of you like live near me, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But I was in Greensboro.
Yeah.
And there's like you can park on the roof to like get inside like the shopping center. And I was there, I was driving, and Maggie was like in the passenger seat. And I was like, we had like parked the car, and she turned to me and she said, "Let them in." And I said, who are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And she goes, you have to let them in. And I said, let who in? I don't know what you mean. And she goes, just open the door. And so I already terrified. So I open like my door, which doesn't really make sense. It's like, if I'm letting someone in the car, why am I opening my door? Anyway, I opened my door and there are 3 enormous like black birds just like sitting on the ground. kind of like vultures, but they
Isn't
didn't.
that a thing? Like how teeth is a thing. Black birds in nightmares are everything as well.
Yeah, I think so. But they were like vultures, but they didn't have long necks, but they had like a vulture head and they were huge. And then I said, why am I opening the door for them? And then all of a sudden, the 3 birds fly at me and like into the car. And so like so they're like attacking, and they attack me and like tear strips of skin out of my neck on the right hand side.
This is escalating.
Blood everywhere. They're just attacking me like this, right? And so I'm going in the dream. I remember I'm going like this to try and get them off. And I woke up and I was having a neck spasm. And I was like going like this and it wouldn't stop. And I was so scared. I was like, did the dream cause the spasm or did the spasm cause the dream? It was very weird.
Yeah, good point.
Probably the first way around.
I reckon the first way, because like the spasm was like right at the end of this traumatic dream.
True.
It would have been the dream.
Very true.
I feel like that's a long spasm.
Yeah, you know, you're right. You're right. But anyway, I think we're out of time today. Did everyone enjoy this experience?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should all come back anytime. I always need content, so
You should do group podcasts like this with all of us.
I should. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll think of
Anytime.
some more mental demons.
Yes.
Better mental demons.
Please do.
We'll get
Does
to you.
Does anyone want to plug their social media? No.
Yeah,
Yes or no?
Follow me on Twitter at Sruti with 2 I's and a 19 at the end.
Okay.
No, I'm okay. I'm not very
You'll
exciting.
find Jarrod and Steph through my.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Look at her
follow
follow.
my I love how Steph is in my mom and Steph, she was like, "Oh, I want people to follow me on Instagram." And I go, "Aren't you on private?" And she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, what's the
I didn't
point?"
think about it. But you can still follow me and I can accept.
Yeah, but it's going to be some random person and you're going to be like, "Well, why are they following me?"
Look, can I see if they? I accept.
Anyway, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Charlie Wright, but Charlie has 2 R's in it. I'm still trying to get just at Charlie Wright, but the person on Twitter and Instagram won't give it up. I've messaged them 20 times and there's no response. Anyway, and you can follow this show on Instagram at Always Wright Podcast, where I post photos every time I upload an episode. But thank you everyone for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. But until next time, bye.